Hello and welcome to Normal to Formal Podcast, episode number 12. I'm your host, Tia Young. I am the founder of Tia Young Image and Etiquette. I help my clients learn the soft skills for success through professional development and etiquette training. This podcast is for people that want to increase their social skills and earning potential and grow from normal to formal. These skills will help you get ahead of the competition. The topic for today's podcast is high-end air travel. Traveling in style to your next special occasion isn't just for the rich and famous anymore. Helicopter tours, high-end vehicle rentals, yacht, and even private jet travel is in your reach thanks to affordable subscription programs. Now you too, for the cost of a cruise or in some cases a house, can impress your top clients or give your family and friends 2 hours they will never forget. Now, I remember when I was growing up, my mom and my sister and I traveled to Chicago, Illinois because we had family there. My Uncle Walter, my cousin Lee, and Aunt Nikki, and family. So we would travel there at least once every other year to visit. So to enjoy your next first class experience, knowing a few general etiquette rules will help you enjoy the trip. As a former international flight attendant, I have seen my fair share of bad manners. My main role during the flight was to be available to passengers in the case of an emergency. So flight attendants do serve food and drink on the aircraft, but the main reason that we were there was for safety. If there was any kind of emergency landing, we had to be there to help prepare the passengers to disembark safely. So depending on how big the aircraft was, and in some cases I flew 747s or DC-10s, and that can be over 300, close to 400 passengers. As expected, first class passengers required a higher level of attention. No matter what type of travel you choose, don't check your manners with your luggage. As we know, if you're flying first class, you're paying a hefty amount to be up there. Today, the general public can access private jet travel through ride-on-demand services, charter rentals, as well as subscription-based programs. Knowing a few important etiquette rules will help you avoid any mid-air turbulence. And just for the record, when I was flying with United Airlines, I flew from 1991 to 2005, but I did never experience an emergency landing during the whole time that I flew. Private jet travel. According to Air Charter Service USA, the cost to charter a private jet varies. The cost depends on the number of passengers, which type of airplane, and the destination. Trips can range from a few $1,000s to hundreds of thousands, but you can save on rentals with the purchase of your very own jet, which range from 9 to 100 million plus. Now, all these tips that I'm giving you today can be found in my book, How to Navigate Premium Experiences with Confidence, Your Guide to Social Success. And this is in chapter 5. If you do a lot of traveling, or members of your team do, purchase may save you on commercial flights. But if you're just scratching off another item from your bucket list, below are the general prices for a quick trip. Prices reflect the cost of one flying an hour. However, there will be additional costs. Standard per flight hour costs can range from $1,300 to $3,000 for turboprop or executive light jet, from $4,000 to $8,000 for super mid-sized jet, and $8,600 to $13,000 for large private jets. And of course, the prices may vary. Most private jet companies require a minimum of 2 flight hours. Private helicopter rides. Private helicopter rides are significantly less, ranging from $200 to $300 per hour. Larger helicopters can be as much as $1,000 per hour, however. High-end car rentals. High-end exotic car rentals vary, ranging from $525 per day for a Chevrolet Stingray convertible Corvette to $1,500 per day for Lamborghini, and everything in between, according to BusinessInsider.com. As you know, my husband Victor is the owner of one of the Lamborghini car dealerships in Sarasota, Florida. And I'm sure they range probably a little bit more than that at this time. Qualifications for rentals also vary, so be sure to do your research. Now that high-end travel is on your radar, let's examine some of the rules of etiquette that will really enhance your high-end travel experience. Private jet etiquette. In general, rules for flying when traveling by private jet is far less restrictive than when flying commercial. When you fly private, you don't have a hard and fast departure time or limits on liquid containers and being frisked by security. Although these perks are nice, there are still some rules that apply. I have been able to enjoy some private jet travel. My husband's business partner has a private jet, so we've had the opportunity to travel with him on his private jet. Your arrival. As a flight attendant, I can tell you countless stories of people missing their flights because they arrived 2 minutes too late. Anyone who has traveled on a commercial flight even once knows the strict time schedule. When taking a private jet or helicopter, the passenger list is very small. Therefore, the traveler can arrive as little as 15 minutes before departure. Now, we know commercial airplanes, they close that door 15 minutes before departure time. So if you're not on by that time, you will not be able to get on that flight. If you're running 15 minutes late, call the charter agent to let them know, and they will notify the appropriate people. Most charter companies will cancel your flight time if you're running an hour late, however. When arriving, have your driver park parallel to the plane, not pointing directly at the aircraft. Be sure to remind the driver to put the car in park. You don't want to have any accidents before you even take off. Pack light. The thought of traveling in a private jet is exceptionally nice, but it does have limitations on luggage. All charter companies have different luggage rules, but the following will help you pack like a pro. Don't overpack. Most charter companies limit passengers to 2 to 5 bags per jet. Use soft luggage. Baggage compartments on private jets are small and configured differently. How much you can pack depends on the size of the jet. If on business travel and a change of clothing is required, use a garment bag to store and ask the hostess to hang it up in the closet for you. Where to sit. Unlike commercial flights, private jet travel allows you a bit more seating flexibility. However, one seating rule does apply. Usually, the owner of the jet or the host will have an assigned seat, so don't get embarrassed. Wait until she or he is seated first, and then you can choose your seat. Dress the part. There are no hard and fast rules regarding what you should wear on a private jet, so the best rule of thumb is to wear business casual. When up for a leisurely flight with family and friends, tasteful casual attire will work. Just don't wear holey jeans or anything that would seem inappropriate. Note, though traveling by private jet allows you to skip security, you and anyone traveling with you will still need a valid form of identification. Thank you so much for listening to Normal to Formal Podcast today. I hope that you learned some valuable tools for high-end air travel etiquette. Please join me next Monday for another episode on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker.com, and many other podcast platforms. Please subscribe, comment, and share. Follow me at Mrs. Tia Young on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Mrs. Manners on LinkedIn. I can also be reached on my website, tiayoungimage.com. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.